guys, this is going to be a requested video on the rune bindings that I put on my magical workings. I use them a lot. I don't use runes for divination, I don't get on with them in that sense for whatever reason. I was contemplating trying amethyst runes to see if that would be any better, but I do love using rune bindings. Now this is the book that I would recommend anybody get. I mean, you can see how beat up it is. I've said this before. I've had this book nearly 9 years, nearly 10 years in fact. It's the only rune book I've ever needed, and it was $5.99 many years ago. I'm not sure how much it is now, by Lisa Pichelle. So she gives divination meanings and magical meanings. And now if you go to the back here, for example, you can see this is magical meanings, and it gives quite a little bit of detail, and then uses. Now there are multiple uses, and you'll get to know the runes and which ones you feel best using. And so forth. So I think we'll do a prosperity rune for financial gains. So Feu is a good one to hasten affairs and increase in monetary wealth. So I think Feu could probably go at the centre of a rune binding. So I'm just going to hold it with this hand and draw with this hand. So you put in the centre the rune that best fits the description. It's going to empower all the other runes around it. So there's Feu for that reason alone. Now if we go through, you could use Uras to draw situations. Thuras as if you thought it was out of your control. Woundja if you were trying to do financial success through career. Pedro Hero, good for investments if you were doing it through investments. Sigil for victory and success. Tyr is victory. Change swiftly for Iwaz. Good for financial increases. Dig, I think we'll use Dig. And good to use with Feu for monetary gains. So we will use Othel as well. Okay. So let's use Othel next. That would be a second one, and I think then we would, let's have Iwaz for bringing change swiftly, which looks like an M, so and that would be a rune binding for prosperity. Now you can use the runes that you feel most comfortable with. You could use different runes to the runes I used. You just take your pick. If you don't know very much about them, then I recommend again this book. It's fantastic. So that was the requested rune binding, and that's just one. You know, you can use them for all sorts of things. You can put them within spells, you can put them on top of things like I do, you can carve them into items as well. That's a great use for it. So that's it for this video. Many blessings.